I'm going to start with the headline. I think this is the best third-party lens I've ever used.
Best third party of any focal length, any whatever.
I think so, of the quality. Yeah.
Wow.
So this video, I'm gonna go through it, all the build quality, sharpness, focus, rendition, and bring it all together.
Are you going to tell anybody what it is?
Oh yeah, well, I'll let you have a look at it. It's a Yongnuo 85 1.8
85
lens.
1.8.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
Well, yeah. Let's go straight into the. Well, the first thing I want to say is that opening statement. I sound like an overhyped YouTuber. The Camera Conspiracies guy came up with a name, Shilltuber.
Shilltuber, yeah.
And it's a really good channel.
Selling your soul.
Basically selling your soul to promote gear.
Everything's great. Try to give us some more free stuff and we'll tell everyone it's great.
Basically.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I've said anything like that, so hopefully that
So you mean it?
proves I mean it. Yeah, it's fully weather sealed.
Right.
Which is unusual for a third-party lens. And it's smaller and lighter than the Nikon version, because we are comparing it to your Nikon 85 1.8. It's a bit smaller and lighter.
Yep.
Quite substantially. So it weighs 346 gram.
I wouldn't say it's lighter.
Compared to 470, so it's over 100 gram lighter.
Doesn't feel any different to me.
No, they're both light. I think they're both light. It's a bit smaller and lighter. What everyone's waiting for is sharpness.
Are they? Are they? Are they? Really?
It comes from the stigma, because for so long with lenses, they weren't always that good in the past. So sharpness is always the main concern, because it was the fight of sharpness, basically, wasn't it? Between when you buy a lens, you thought, oh no, is it sharp?
And I suppose that's the first thing I look at when you look at, is the photo sharp before then I do anything with it? You don't always want maximum sharpness on portraits, do you?
That's one of the main points.
But I suppose it's nice to have in case you want it.
Yeah, well, I think that's one of the cases. I'm going to show you and the viewers at home the same examples.
Right.
Because, well, actually, I took a risk on this lens straight away, because I got it in the post.
Yeah.
Took a few photos in my study.
Yeah.
Thought, right, I'm just going to go and do a portrait shoot with it straight away. Yeah, you want it sharp on the eyes.
Beautifully sharp on the eyes.
The rest is
nice fall off. The bokeh looks nice to me.
Yeah.
Without comparing media with anything else, but
well, that's edited, so it's slight. Not much though. Not much image correction there.
But it is a very nice image, and the client would have been more than happy.
She's really happy with them. She's used them. She actually used them in a big poster in one of her gigs.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really happy with. But the colours and everything really nice. Didn't need much editing. Minimum focal distance with sharpness is different to if you shoot it as a longer length.
What do you mean?
So some lenses, usually third-party lenses or cheaper lenses, like the Nikon, the pancake lenses, they don't do so well at minimal focal distance usually.
In terms of sharpness?
No.
Right, okay.
So there you go. There's the example. Minimal focal distance, 100% crop.
So that's around about 80 centimetres away.
Yep. It's very close. But
extremely close.
You might not even tell on YouTube full screen, but the Nikon lens is a level sharper, I would say. It's slight.
You're pixel peeping, Mr.
On my
Whiting.
4K 27-inch screen, I can see the differences. But
okay, for that one,
the
Nikon does look better.
Yeah.
The colour is slightly different, but the Nikon it's
crisper.
It is.
That's when you can see these micro details come out.
Yeah.
But how often are you going to shoot at minimal focal distance?
You're not, are you?
Yeah. So this was where the Nikon lens slightly looked a bit different with the focus. So that's the original, and then I cropped in. If you look really close, you can see my little dots into my eyes there, and on the Yongnuo lens, it's not as crisp.
It's probably a good thing if you had a late night the night before then.
Who would want that much leather detail on your skin?
Not on a portrait on the face.
No, but it's about sharpness of the eyes. But again, almost identical. Right, so I took a picture of a cat just before I came. Right. So that's without cropping in. And then I cropped in 100% on both. And this is blind now. I'm not telling you which one is which. And you have to guess.
Probably prefer the one on the left. I would say the Nikon's the one on the left.
Okay.
Now you're going to tell me there's not. And it is.
Yeah.
Hooray, at last.
So you tried.
Yeah, I know.
So that shows you the Nikon lenses, that has that little bit extra micro contrast.
But,
that's 100%.
I'd be happy with the photo on the right.
I think that's
if I wasn't comparing it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much the takeaway of it. That the Nikon lens, I would say, is top ultra sharp.
Yeah.
The Yongnuo lens is beneath that, but still excellent lens. Focusing. Now, with third-party lenses, it's usually behind the Nikon speed and acquisition speed. With my tests, I sense to it, but it might not be so clear. I need to work on that. But did you notice the difference in the focus speeds?
Not really. And you've, just before we started recording, you gave me a quick go on them.
Yeah.
On the camera.
Yeah.
And I just commented that I thought it was just as fast as a Nikon, to be honest. It was just certainly fast focusing. So.
On my tests, once I focus on one thing and it focuses, then I move back to the near subject. Once it focuses that, I move it back. And what I found was the Yongnuo lens is faster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Because for some reason the Nikon lens, I've got it on the same camera, same setting, same light, but it seems sometimes it just jerks in.
Right.
So it kind of wavers, then goes in. Whereas the Yongnuo lens, it just kind of
straight in. I suppose in my head, I was looking to see whether I thought it was slower.
Right.
And it obviously wasn't. I wasn't even considering it might be faster.
Yeah, nor did I.
I mean, they're both faster, aren't they?
I had to do the tests a few times, so I was like, maybe human error.
Yeah.
In low light as well.
Anyway.
In low light, the Yongnuo lens is faster. But again, a third-party lens that is faster focusing or keeps up with Nikon is fantastic. Yeah. And then we've all kind of brushed it on already, the rendition.
Is there a tiny bit more colour in the cat's face on the Nikon? I'm just looking at brown. There's a tiny bit.
Usually it would be with Nikon lenses compared to third party. The Yongnuo lens has a bit of chromatic aberration. You can't tell on that screen, but
which is easy to tick the box in Lightroom, I guess.
Yeah. So you don't get much flare, you don't get chromatic.
Yeah, because one thing we haven't obviously pointed out is the Nikon 85 is actually an S lens, isn't it? So it is the Nikon's
top line.
Yeah. So it's keeping up with an S.
Yeah.
Well, that one top left looks a tiny bit nicer and creamier than the other one.
Okay, that's the Yongnuo lens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. And on edges, I wanted to see what happens with the cat's eye effect, and they're more or less exactly the same.
The one on the bottom right is a bit more distorted.
Yeah, and that's the Nikon lens.
Okay.
So you see what's going on. It's got the coatings, it protects, there's no edgy bokeh.
That's a tricky one then when making a purchase decision, isn't it? Eh?
Well, this is what it comes to. So I haven't mentioned the price. So the price of this lens, the Yongnuo lens current price is £320.
Wow. Is that like less than half?
The Nikon price, full price, is £800.
Okay.
So below 50% of the price, if you find it full price. But if you do it on the used market, I've seen it, the Nikon lens, for about £500.
Yeah, but then that's used, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
But if you're looking for both lenses, you think, well, £500 versus £320, when in some ways it's better than the Nikon lens.
So it comes down to, isn't it? If you're, we're Nikon photographers, am I going to buy a non-Nikon lens that's cheaper, that someone's just demonstrated to me is just as good, but it hasn't got the Nikon name on it?
It hasn't got the Nikon name, but everything is...
Am I going to pay more than twice as much, get the Nikon name?
Yeah.
But like you just said, the key point there is I only need an 85 every now and then. I'd spend 325 quid.
Exactly. I think I'm the same. If I was choosing between them, I would choose the Yongnuo lens. And I've used it for professional gig. Because that's the other thing usually with third-party lenses. I'm a bit like, I've got the professional line. But with this...
I'd just get a bit of Dymo tape.
Put it over it.
Put Nikon on it.
That's the thing that we've said before, we're a bit of a prejudice against third-party lenses. And I think with this, like I said at the start of the video, it is the best quality third-party lens.
Yeah.
Compared to a professional line Nikon lens.
It's really good.
Exceptional. And I'm really surprised. But over time, and every time we review a lens now, they're getting better and better.
Which is great.
It's
great
fantastic
for us as users, isn't it?
And it puts pressure on the big companies to make them even better.
Yeah. Which one would you go and buy, a Nikon, or you buy that? If you wanted an 85 now?
If they're both in front of me, 320 versus 800, I'd definitely go for the Yongnuo lens.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And without testing it, I probably would have gone for the Nikon one. Because
because
that's
it's
what
Nikon
you do.
And it's an S lens, it's got to be the best ever.
Yeah. And what about you then? So you got the Yongnuo lens in front of you, 320, the Nikon lens as well for 800 or 500 used.
Having seen all your tests, it's really hard to justify paying more than double to get the Nikon, particularly if it's a lens I was going to use occasionally.
Yeah.
I would go with that.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, if after 3-6 months you thought, oh, what have I done? Should have just got the Nikon. If you sell it, you'll probably only lose 100 quid on it.
Yeah.
Because it's a cheaper thing in the first place, isn't it? So you'd probably get a lot of your 2/3 of your money back, and then just go and buy the Nikon if you really thought you'd made a mistake.
Yeah.
Whereas the trouble is, if you buy an 800 quid lens and think you made a mistake, you probably only get 500 quid back for it or something, if that, you know. So
yeah.
the risk is less to go. I would just get that.
Yeah.
I think I would.
I think this is the first
Even though it's
time.
I never thought I'd ever say that. But
No, well, that's the thing. This is the first for us, really. I think we're choosing we can use it. We're confident that I can use it in a professional setting, and it's better price, third-party lens. Here we are, and that's quite revolutionary almost, because we've used a lot of third-party lenses. So there you go. What do you guys think? And well,
let us know.
Yeah, because we've also just been sent the 7 Artisans 85 lens, so we're going to compare it to that, and then we do a battle off between all three of them.
Because is that a similar sort of price?
Similar sort of price, yeah. So there we go.
Battle off. That's what we want. Another battle off.
Everyone loves battle offs.
Okay.
See you next time.
See you next time.